Anyway, check this out. This is what Robbie was doing, or Rob, I'm sorry, he likes to be called Rob now. He welded this all in for me. I ground it down now. Let's see if I can show you. We got some some holes to fix here, but this section over here, you know, he got the hang of it a little better, especially right through here. Turned out not too bad. You can see I got a couple pinholes here and a section here he didn't do. When I get down to here, this is his first part he was trying. He didn't understand he had to slow down a little bit, give the wire a chance to burn in. So yeah, I got some holes to fix, and of course some more on here. I'm not sure if I got too much light on this maybe. I don't know. Let me turn that off. Some more on was actually cutting the wrong spot here. I wanted to cut back here. Sorry, camera sucks. My camera skills suck, not the camera. Anyway, I start cutting the wrong damn spot. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. My son was out here and kind of give it a try, and he did pretty good for his first try. So I'm going to go back and touch up the holes and grind some more. Alright, later. Alright, it's been a couple hours and still messing with this rocker. Well, floor and rocker anyway. Got it kind of mocked up. I still got to trim a little bit more. But yeah, I fixed the holes in here. See if I can keep from being shaky and all crappy video guy. Yeah, welded up my seam here. There's the booger. Yeah, what a mess. Yeah, every time I try to weld on it, it just kind of blows out. It's real thin. But I'm getting it. It's going to look like hell, but it will be solid. That's all I care about. I got a little area up there to fix yet. I'm going to cut a little sliver and put in there and just patch that up, rest that up along that seam, gets sucked back, then weld it to the kick panel, which I started to put in. Yeah, it's going to look a hell of a lot better than it did. At least it's no rust there, you know. It's solid. So yeah, bring you back in a little bit when I hopefully get something else done, I guess. All I know is it's hot out here and I smell like a pig. Whew, sweating all day. Fat guys and sweat, you know, they go together. So, alright, well, later. Alrighty, here she is. Doesn't look much different, does it? Well, to me it looks a little different. I started, my buddy was over the other day asking me what this was and that was on the motor, and we basically had, you know, it's mostly pollution crap. So I started yanking all that crap off, yanked off that alarm system. Actually, he took it off the alarm system for me, which is kind of cool. This whole pile of crap here is all just pollution stuff. Got 2 air pumps on this thing, a couple canisters. I think they're full of charcoal, or the hell they fill them full. A bunch of hoses and valves and crap you don't need. I still got to get the air tubes off. This has got those air tubes that blow into the exhaust manifolds. I think I'm just going to cut them, then weld the hole shut. I tried on a wrench there to loosen them up, but they're not seeming to like it. Maybe I'll put the torch on and put some heat on it first, see how it likes it. Next, I've actually made some progress on this today. Since I was off today, took a vacation day. I got the floors mostly finished. I think I showed that earlier. My son's helped me. This is the part he did here, down here. This little seam down below here. There's actually a splice here. He welded up for me. And I went back over, plugged some holes that were there, and ground it down. So that's looking really nice. Got my whole spot weld holes drilled in here now. I'm getting ready to put this on tomorrow. I still got, of course, some little alignment issues there. It doesn't fit quite right. If you can see this seam here, so what I'm going to do is get it tacked up here real heavy. Get this pulled back and tacked. Then I'll take my hammer or a punch or something and drive this corner back to make it a little sharper and match up with this a little better. Yeah. Up here, we got all of our spot welds there. This is all kind of lined up, and I'm going to sit down here and show you this part. This is lined up. I'm okay with this. This is not too bad. The rocker here to where it meets the door, and this here is not perfect. So you can see that I think the door is actually kind of wavy because it goes in and out, in and out. You see that of the rocker, because here it's sticking out, here it's, or sorry, here it's sticking in, here it's sticking out a little, and down here it's pretty consistent, and here it's in a little bit, but I'd rather have it in a little bit. So what I've done, this is actually a lot worse than it was. Actually a lot worse before. This whole thing was bowed out like so. I took a block of wood and kind of smacked it real hard a couple times in the center here. against this seam, and that seemed to help it a lot. And I think the doors actually, I had a straight edge on this before. The doors bowed in and the rocker was bowed out. So I think what I'm going to do after I get the rocker in place, I'm going to take a block of wood and move this door out just a hair on this from here to here and make it line up with the rocker, because it's good here and on the ends, and it's just this center section is just kind of screwed up. My inner one's all ready to go. I got drill some spot weld holes in the back under this lip. And then I can start working on the cab corner here. I'm anxious to get the cab corner on, get that all buttoned up. Then this door is going to go in the molasses tank and get cleaned up. And I got a little bit of grinding doing here. I'm not planning on grinding it all smooth or nothing. I'm just going to knock some of the high spots off, because it's all getting that Raptor liner on there anyhow. And I got my kick panel in there for the most part. I got to finish doing some tacks in there. I just didn't want to. It was all nasty in here today. I didn't want to crawl in there and get myself really nasty. So yeah, we got a little bit of a fit up here yet. I got to do some trimming to get the fit back the way it's supposed to, just a little bit. Taking it slow. I've had this thing off by 100 times today. I worked on this for 8 hours, if that gives you any idea how long that took. So anyway, we'll get to the rest of the videos, and hopefully you guys enjoy them, and you know, maybe let me know if you like them or not. Thanks. Later. And a quick garden update for those that even care about the garden. I'll put this on the end in case you want to see it. Anyway, so yeah, I got my sweet corn coming along. This is first 3 rows. The beans are starting to pick up nicely. I plant mine in what's called a wide row. It actually helps a lot, because instead of having a thin row you have to weed around, it pretty much snuffs out most of the weeds. You can see there's a little bit of grass there, but I mean, I'll pull those out and then they'll kind of close in and won't have any worries. These 3 rows of corn didn't do too good. They kind of happened during the whole drought issue we had. I was going to put more corn in here, but decided not to, and just scatter some buckwheat in here. Buckwheat's real good if you want to build up your soil and whatnot. It actually, you know, roots go down way far, brings up nutrients, loosens up the soil, a whole bunch of stuff. So as soon as this turns to flower, I'll take my tiller and I'll till it back in, and probably plant it again for this year yet. My potatoes, these first two here are white skin. So you can see they're doing pretty good. These things, I hilled the hell out of these. I mean, they've been hilled and hilled. I'm done hilling them. I just can't get my tiller through them no more, because they're kind of falling out into the rows now. But yeah, you can see these 2 rows are doing real good, and the last row here is nothing but red skins. So we should have lots of potatoes. So the blossoms are pretty much done now. There's a few stragglers hanging out here. I don't know if anybody's ever seen a potato blossom or not, but we'll try to get a little zoom in on one. If I can hold this steady enough. I really suck. This one's already starting to wilt. But the potato blossoms are actually quite pretty when they're nice and fresh. There's another one down there that might be a little clearer. So anyway, oh yeah, and I got the corn patch over there is starting to shoot up a little bit too. So yeah, there's 10 rows of corn over there, sweet corn. That batch will go in the freezer, of course. That's just our we cut off the cob, and we usually have like a barbecue day. Eat a lot of sweet corn. The rest of it gets cut off and put in the freezer. And this of course will be ready at different times, so we can have some for the table. All right.